Sean exposes and Wike'S property in Florida. Why Donald Trump's administration begin probes? So what do you have to say about that?
Yes, that's a very big feat achieved by Sean so far over the week. And we've seen the whole world applauding the young man. Sean as an activist is doing his job too well. Then Usa.Wike, who is an emperor, you know, a political emperor, a political juggernaut, a political jingoist, a political megalomaniac is now on the trap. Why? Administration of Donald Trump has looked deep into investigation on Wike'S acquirement of various, magnificent building in Florida. This is as a result of a revelation made by the activist Usa.Wike of southwestern Nigeria, and the Wike himself was tuned and chopped to the bone marrow. And this is the object discussion, the key object, of discussion, subject of discussion in Aso Rock as I'm talking to you. Usa.Wike was the governor of Rivers State for 8 good years during Muhammad Buhari administration. He succeeded Governor Chibuike Amechi, whose tenure actually spanned from how many years during Jonathan Yaradua regime, and ended 2015 when Muhammad Buhari actually toppled Goodluck Jonathan by palace coup. Now it has proven that Wike actually used how many percentages, big percentages of allocation going to the oil booming area or region of Niger Delta River states, for his own personal acquisition. He stole large chunk of that state's public, fund. And this latest discovery is what the whole world is cheering on. Usa.Wike, a southwestern human rights activist. He's on it last week when he came out, openly and shouted at Bola Ahmed Tinubu, calling him, declaring to the whole world that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a thief. And which matter the DSS, has taken serious, accusing Usa.Wike of cyber crime or cyber bullying of BAT, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And from various angles of life, people began to come out to actual DSS that they are not doing their job truly well. That within the umbrella of international law, any remark like that has nothing to do with cyber crime or social media bullying. They were taught and nurtured to actually evaluate or differentiate between cyber bullying, social media, bullying or crime, cyber crime, between social media and cyber crime. Then again, fraudster, internet fraud, and social media bullying, they are not the same thing. When someone says something wrong on media against you, it has nothing to do with cyber crime. Cyber crime is money. When you use internet, internet means transfer or e-banking, transaction to siphon money from one country to another. That is when you target cyber crime. But social media bullying has nothing to do with what Usa.Wike said. Usa.Wike has discovered various acquired properties in the faraway Miami, United States of America, owned by Wike, and from there he actually digressed by accusing Bola Ahmed Tinubu of acquiring 10 times what Wike has acquired in Florida, which was, culminated to him calling BAT, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a thief. It has nothing to do with cyber crime. It has nothing to do with social media bullying. Why? What he said right now is being investigated by forensic investigators, detectives in the United States of America. They swoop on those marked building or properties in the faraway Florida, United States, to know actually if Wike originally is the owner of those properties. But we were meant to understand that Wike used someone as a bait, as a, let me say, collateral, someone stand as a representative, to acquire those properties. It doesn't mean that he just went there and acquired those properties by his name, through his name, using his son name or his wife's name. No. Someone stand as a mediator. Someone stand as a broker, as a third party who actually acquired those properties using his own names. So, which is why the ongoing investigation in America is supported, endorsed, and consigned by President Donald Trump of the United States of America. Fact files. People are coming from all angles of life to even nail somebody like Adam Ochomole, to even bring to book people like Amechi, Ibori, and so even Atiku and so on and so forth. Many of them are having flashy buildings, magnificent buildings in Washington, in New York, in the faraway Texas, and Miami. So that, let me tell you, it is too obvious that Wike is guilty as accused. If he's not, we would have been, hearing the political dog barking from the axis of FCT, looking for who to at least bite or devour. But since this,
sorry.
So those properties, they are there, and there are many documents, to show, to actually indicate that Wike is the acquisition, the owner of the whole acquired properties. And the Trump, him, he hates Nigerian politicians. He actually has given them this sanction that they are the ones sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria, due to the fact that many lists has been brought from UAE to Nigerian government to actually probe the individuals accused by UAE government that they are the one behind the sponsorship of Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, and Saru bandits, Fulani headers in Nigeria that are killing across the country. The sponsors are there, and they see the cleric themselves. They were among the people accused of sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. The Mamu himself, a cleric, Muslim cleric, then Gumi himself, and many of them in the north. And the Nigerian government has not done anything about it. And the Trump administration has seen a yardstick, something as a balance, just an excuse to hold on, to deal with some of these wicked, greedy Nigerian politicians. I think here I end my, analysis this afternoon, until when we come back again to tell you how we feel about Nigerian political system. Thank you so much.
Thank you.